Looking for a little taste of the world right in our own backyard? Hands Around the World in Jonesboro now has brand new merchandise from their recent trip to Peru. Here to tell us more is Caroline Lowry and Janet Browning. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Caroline, I want to start with you. Tell me a little bit about your store that's located in Jonesboro.
Well, we're an international art shop. We basically focus on the handmade and helping out indigenous people and tribes that Janet goes and meets all on her trips. She brings back all this cool art for you to see and buy and explore and put in your own house.
Yeah, and so you mentioned it's an international art shop, but you sell a lot of different variety of stuff, right? Tell me a little bit about specifically people can find in your store.
Oh, we have not only scarves and the jewelry that she's wearing from Nepal, we have spears, masks, a little bit of hand decor, or home decor, everything.
Right.
Pants, some cool fun stuff to wear, and local pottery. We have a little bit of our locals, which is really great.
From all over. And so, Janet, Caroline was just mentioning that you're wearing a necklace from Nepal, you're wearing a scarf from Peru, right? And so everything that you bring back is handpicked by you.
Correct.
And you just went to Peru, so tell me first a little bit about your trip.
Well, the trip turned out wonderfully. What we have begun to go into, I have taken trips with small groups since 1992, but recently we've decided to add the travel portion to Hands Around the World because people are coming in, they get interested in the objects, and we of course can tell them stories about where I found this object and the people there. So we've decided to start taking small groups. It's not big air-conditioned bus, it's a little minivan with 8 to 12 people. Recently took our first trip to Peru where we went to the typical Machu Picchu and the sites that you want to see in Peru. But the thing that makes us a little bit different is that it's sort of like a people-to-people kind of thing. For instance, we were hosted on the floating Uros Island by Quechua family who we bought their crafts from, but also they told us all about how they lived and showed us things like how they make their floating islands. We took a boat ride in their boats, and so we try to
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and it
did.
was a great group. So we try to pull in the cultural aspect of our tours, not just the sites.
Right.
For instance, we have a tour coming up to Nepal. That's where this necklace is from.
Nice.
Nepal
You have
and
a couple
Tibet.
upcoming tours,
Yeah,
right?
2 in 17, 2 still in 17. One at the end of August to Nepal and Tibet, and in Nepal we will have a local guide from Nepal. We will have dinner with a family in Nepal, and then also do the usual sites.
Right.
We'll see a cremation at the Holy River there in Nepal. Then we'll move on to Tibet, where of course the Dalai Lama is from, and see his palace there. And in Tibet we will stay on a sacred lake in a tent village. And we will also, yes.
Glamping, yes.
I'm not sure how glam it'll be, but it'll be culturally intact.
Right. It sounds like you really kind of get the best of both worlds. Kind of the culture aspect, but also going and searching for pieces, especially if people are looking for some pieces in their home.
Oh, we always do the shopping part,
But
too.
if they don't want to travel, they can always stop by your store, too.
Correct.
Yes. Right.
In fact, we're having a Peru party this Saturday.
Wonderful. And that's the information that we have for all of our viewers. So if you want to go to the Peruvian culture party, you can stop by your store from 4 to 7 on Saturday at Hands Around the World. You can also visit their website, handsaroundtheworld.net.